Good morning, children. Welcome to our next class. In last class, you learned about adaptations in terrestrial plants, aquatic plants, and their futures. Learned very well. In this new chapter, you are going to learn more about the plants which can grow without the help of human beings. And what we call such plants? Those plants are known as wild plants. We are not giving any shelter for these plants. We are not giving water. We are not giving any protection for them. So such plants are known as wild plants. So our next topic is plants in the wild. So what actually the plants in the wild means and how they are helping us, we'll read in this chapter. Before knowing that, we'll see the new words. What are the new words you are going to learn here? We'll see. The first word is erosion. Erosion means blowing or washing away of the top layer of soil by wind or water. So the fertile soil, the top soil flies away. It may be carried by wind or the water. So that's known as erosion. And the next one is fiber. Fiber means thin threads from natural materials like cotton. So they are very fine threads called as fibers. And the next one is wild plants. Wild plants means the plants that grow by themselves in natural surroundings. They themselves will grow. Such plants are called wild plants. And the next one, forest. Forest means a large area of land thickly covered by trees. N number of trees will cover the large area which is known as forest. So before understanding this about these wild plants, we will do one small activity, children. You just see this picture and try to identify what plants I am showing here. This is a first plant is bamboo plant. Bamboo trees, they are very big, so we are calling them as bamboo trees. By using these bamboo trees, many materials, household materials for daily use we are making from bamboo trees. And the next one is pine trees, which are in cone shape and needle-like leaves present on mountains. You learnt this in before lesson. Adaptations in terrestrial plants, you learnt about pine trees and cone-shaped plants. So these are all giving us wood and keeping the surroundings neat, clean. They are giving us fresh air and they are helping to bring the rains, right? And the next plant is acacia plant. Acacia plants gives us gum. Gum we use for pasting anything, so such type of gum we are getting from acacia plant. And the next one is ficus or Indian rubber tree. So from this rubber tree, what we are obtaining? Rubber we are obtaining. And these are berry trees. So berry trees gives us berry fruits. So in your notebook, write heading as activity and mention this plant name. What are the things we are obtaining from these plants in our daily use? So one side in a tabular column, write this tree name and what are the uses of these trees. What things we are obtaining from these trees, you mention in another column. So that's our today's activity, children. So that by doing this activity, What you are understanding? Yes, we are getting many useful things from forest, from plants. Forest is nothing but the large area covered by n number of trees. That's called as forest. So from forest we are obtaining so many things we are getting from trees. Understood? So that you learned in today's class. Now we will see the video to understand more about how these plants are helping. We'll see once again. Okay. So to understand that, we'll move on to the video now. Once you see this video, children, so that you can understand how these forests or plants are helping us, you will come to know.
Plants in forests are useful to us in many ways. We get many things like bamboo, wood, fruit, and rubber from forests. Forests also help in generating rainfall and balancing the composition of air.
Understood, children, how important the forests are, how important the plants are in our day-to-day life? You can understand by seeing this video.
Plants in forests are useful to us in many ways. We get many things like bamboo, wood, fruit, and rubber from forests. Forests also help in generating rainfall and balancing the composition of air.
Okay. Now we will discuss how this activity is helping you to understand what are the different things we are getting from plants. Forest provide us with wood and bamboo. Just now you had seen bamboo plant. It helps in preparing paper. Which tree is helping to prepare the paper? Bamboo trees are helping. From bamboo trees we are making paper. We also get things like rubber and gum also we are getting from trees. Forests also give us food such as fruits. You know this very well. We are getting fruits and vegetables from plants only. Now we will see this tabular column. How these different plants are helping us, we'll see now. The first one is bamboo basket. Baskets we are getting from bamboo trees. We use bamboo trees to make the bamboo baskets. Yes. And pine trees are helping us to give wooden pencils. We get wooden pencils from pine trees. And erasers we are making from rubber that we get from Indian rubber tree. And fruits we are getting from acacia trees. Gum also we are getting from acacia tree. And we are getting berry tree. From berry tree we are getting berry jams we are getting. In this way, there are different plants are giving us different things, children. In our day-to-day life, what all the things we are using, we are getting from the plants only. Now we will see how these practice questions are given in this worksheet. We will see how the plants are helping given in a diagrammatic way. Uses of forests, how forests are helping us given in a diagrammatic way. They provide us wood, they are giving us fruits, they are giving us honey, they are giving us spices. These all we are getting from the forest, right? And then they help to balance air composition and give us rainfall. We are getting rains because of plants. The plants are releasing excess amount of water into the atmosphere. So with this excess amount of water, clouds are forming, and from the clouds we are getting rains. So forests are helping us to bring us rain, and they are also helping us to maintain a balance in the nature. In air, always the air we are breathing, we use air for breathing, right children? So this air consists of many gases. We need oxygen, and plants need carbon dioxide for making their food. So this exchange is taking place with the help of plants only. When plants are not there, we won't get oxygen for breathing, and when we are not there, plants will not get carbon dioxide to prepare their food. So there is a balance between plants and animals. That is occurring due to forest. Due to the plants only, the balance is happening, the balance is taking place in nature. And they are also giving us wood, they are also giving us rubber and gum. These all the different things we are getting from forest, we are getting from trees in the forest, and they provide essential oils and medicines. Most of the medicines are prepared from the plants. We use different plant products for preparing medicines. So this many uses are there from the forest, children. So this forest, we are actually supposed to protect the forest, not to destroying the forest. And the soil, the plants are also helping to protect the soil. Top soil is protected from the plants. How the plants are helping to protect the top soil, once we will see how these plants are helping to protect the top soil. Top soil means the uppermost layer of the soil is called top soil. It's very, very essential for the growth of plants. So whenever the plants are there, these huge plants have some roots. They are having some roots. So these roots will hold that. The roots are holding that topsoil and helps in. The roots are holding the topsoil, and they will never let to run away the topsoil. So this removal of this topsoil either by wind or by rain is known as soil erosion. What we call soil erosion. Removal of topsoil known as soil erosion. So this soil erosion, removal of topsoil known as soil erosion. So whenever soil is eroded, or when this topsoil goes away, which soil is going away? The topsoil. When this topsoil moves away or run away, or whenever this soil erosion occurs, and that area is not at all helpful for growing plants. So what we are supposed to do when the topsoil is not there in that particular area? We need to grow more and more plants. So this plant's roots will hold that topsoil. By that, these roots are helping to hold the topsoil. These roots will help to hold the topsoil so that they can prevent the soil erosion. When soil is not running away or not blowing away, with rain and wind, that soil is very helpful for growing plants. Understood, children? So, forests are helping us to bring the rains. Forests are also helping us to protect the soil. Topsoil is protected by the forest. By plants, topsoil is protected. That means soil erosion is reduced by forests or by trees, and we are getting the rains by trees. See how many uses are there with the trees and forests. Forest is nothing but the area which is covered by large number of trees, right? Now you can see in page number 26 some practice questions are there, children, that we will see. Before that, we will also discuss the worksheet questions which are given in 4.1. We will see plants that need wild plants, plants in wild, plants in the wild worksheet. Once we'll discuss, children. Once you see, tick the things that we get from plants. Are we getting the wood from plant? Yes, definitely we are getting. So keep a tick mark here. Are we getting glass from the plants? No. So keep an into mark. And honey we get from plants. So give a tick mark here. And metals, are we getting the metals from plants? No, we won't get metals from the plants. So you keep tick mark near honey and near the wood, and don't give tick mark for glass and for metal. Understood? And now we will see the next question what has given here. The next question is, look at each picture or write how plants in the forest help people. How do forest plants help us? You can see, you can understand by seeing this picture, forest plants are helping us to bring the rains, timely rains. We are getting the rains in rainy season because of plants. So by looking at that picture, you can understand how plants are helpful. So they are helping us to bring rains, to bring rains. Forests are helping us. This answer you can write in first bit. And the next one, by looking at the picture, you can write how the plants are helping us. What is this? This is a honeycomb. So plants are helping us to get honey. I am just giving a hint to you, children. You write in a complete sentence form. Okay. Now we will see the next question. Third question what has given we will see once. The forest near a village was cut down and cleared to make homes. So what could happen to the soil in that area when it rains heavily? What happens when the trees, most of the trees are cut down and cleared to make homes? What happens to the soil in that area? The soil, when it rains heavily, the topsoil runs away. The topsoil moves away and the soil erosion occurs in that place. Soil erosion takes place in that area. Yes? Am I right? Yes, you can write there. There the soil erosion takes place. You write the answer here as, in that area, soil erosion takes place. You don't write only this single word, children. It is just a hint for you. You can write complete sentence by using the 2 lines provided for this answer. And the next one, how did the forest help in preventing this effect on the soil? So how soil erosion is prevented by the plants? Because the plant's roots can hold the topsoil. Plant roots can hold the topsoil. Hold the topsoil so that soil erosion can be prevented by plants. Understood, children? So write these answers by your own. Write these answers clearly and send me the pics, children. So these are the questions of workbook. Now once we will see what practice questions given in content book we'll see, children. So these are the questions given in your textbook, page number 26. Page number 26, these questions are given. So the first one is underline the things we get from plants. What are the different things we are getting from the plants? You have to underline. Are we getting leather bag from the plants? No. Pineapple juice are we getting from the plants? Yes. Wooden furniture? Yes. Are we getting milk from plants? No. Cotton shirt? Yes. So you circle the things what all we get from plants. And the next one, how do forests help in making things that we use daily? Explain using 3 examples. So what are the different things we are getting from the plants which are growing in the forest? You can write so many things what we discussed in our lesson, and this answer write it in your notebook, children. And the next one, how do forests help in maintaining the health of natural things like air? Yes. By exchanging the gases, just now we discussed, by exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide between plants and animals, it's helping to keep the air clean. Understood? And the last question, the roots of trees help in holding soil tightly. How does this feature help the forest in preventing soil erosion? The roots of trees help in holding soil tightly. How does this feature help the forest in preventing soil erosion? Because the roots are holding the topsoil. They can hold the topsoil so that soil erosion can be prevented. So this answer, second one and third one, write it in your notebook neatly, children. Understood? So that is the content you learnt in today's class. Once again, we'll revise. From the bamboo plant, we are getting bamboo baskets and so many things which we use in our daily life, and even paper we are getting from the bamboo trees, and we are getting rubber from acacia plant. Gum also we are getting from acacia plants, and we are getting furniture, we are getting spices, we are getting honey, so many things from the plants. That's all how the wild plants are helping us in our day-to-day life you learnt in today's class. The wild plants are the plants which grow by themselves, and they are helping to bring the rains, they are helping to prevent the soil erosion. Understood? Thank you, children.